to you and welcome to my craft channel, and thank you very much for dropping by. I do appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to me, please subscribe and press the notification bell so you won't miss any future uploads, and don't forget to share it and give me a thumbs up, please. That'd be wonderful. Okay, so I'm starting off with a piece of card. I was meaning to do more stuff that measures, I'll just double check because sometimes I do different sizes. Yes, I'm using 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. So I'm going to be putting this on a card base that will end up being a card size of 5 by 7. But so you just want a piece of fairly light coloured card to be able to do this. This happens to be Sahara sand, and I just want to give myself some nice splatters. Just going to do a little bit further over. I'm not going to go more than halfway across the card. Just want to give it, I'm moving it round. This actual splatter, but there's loads of splatters in different stamp sets. This one happens to be from Friends Are Like Seashells. You can turn it round, go over, just doing all this. I'm gonna just make sure, I just want to make sure that I'm going to be covering this half, so I just really want to make sure that I'm coming over far enough. I think I am. So I'm just gonna make it splattery like sand, really. So as I say, this is Sahara sand, but you want any light coloured. They've stopped doing Sahara sand now, but I wanted a fairly light coloured card. You could use the light greys that we've got, but crumb cake would be another sandy coloured sort of card. I think that will do. Right, I'll move that out of the way. Okay, so we've done that. Now this is also a scrap busting, so I've got some of this the speciality paper. There were 3 colours. They were Blushing Bride, this looks like Starry Sky, or maybe navy, the Night of Navy, and Soft Succulent, I think there was. And you got the speciality papers, and I've got very tiny bit, and this is what I'm using up. Got a tiny bit left, so I am using everything that I've got of it. So this is approximately 1 centimetre, or it's almost like I'll just measure the other one for you if you want to know exactly, but it was just that I'd got double thickness of this, so I decided split it in half and use half of one side and half on the other, as you'll see. So I'm just going to leave a tiny bit of border, so I'm just making sure that's straight. So lift it up, so I've only got, it's like 1/16 of an inch, I think. Whoops, now we're showing you I've moved it, so let's put that back. So just make sure that you get it straight. Okay, so just leaving that tiny bit of border. Let's see, that's looking straight. Just push it up fraction at this side, like so. I think that is, it's harder when you are not able to see it all properly, and it doesn't help with the light colours. Now I hadn't got enough of this piece. Let me, I can't pick it up with my nails. I hadn't got enough of this. It was a piece that was like this, that again I've cut in half, so I'm just going to tell you this one, whether it was 3/8 of an inch. So each one of those was 3/8 of an inch. And this, as I say, I hadn't got a whole one piece. I'd for here, I'd got this more or less square piece. So I have again cut this in half, and this measures 1 3/4. So 1 3/4, and I wanted it to cover obviously top and bottom, so I want it to go alongside there. And so what I've done is got a tiny bit of this left, so I'm going to put that in the middle. So what I'm going to do is roughly find the middle, and then I'm going to glue that down, and then we'll chop these. So just make sure that this does look in the middle before I pop it down. No, it's not, look. So let's pull that down slightly, pull that down. Now if you've got a whole piece, you'll be able to stick your whole piece. That's more or less in the center, so I'll accept that now. You would just do that whole strip, but this is a way, if you have only got a little bit and you've got a more or less square piece of card like I had got, and it's one way of using your scraps up, and you can change its orientation. So like I've changed it into a vertical narrower strip rather than it being a horizontal strip. So this is giving you some tips of what to do when you're wanting to use your little bits of cards up, little bits of paper up on the way. So I'm going to put it that way up and put that up. There we go. And then this. So I'm almost totally out of this paper now, because this was my goal, is I'm trying to use it all up. I didn't make a card. I'm waiting, as I say, I'm waiting on some of brand new paper that's available in the new mini catalogue. I'm waiting for that to come before I actually make the card that I made in loads of scraps. But I just want that to come. I'm hoping it's going to come soon. Right, and we're going to put this at the other side. Okay, so push that up against it. Right up against it. So then we're going to bring in our scissors, or flip this over now, bring in our scissors, and then we can trim off the edge. So I'm trimming it right back to my card base, and then it will be flush with that. So spin it around and put it up to my card. There we go. Let's just move those out of the way so that we've got that there. And I've used the rectangles to cut myself a frame, so I thought this bit different today. Actually I ought to measure the frame to tell you roughly what size. You could just use a piece of rectangle if you wanted. I'm going to actually step it onto my blue. I'm just going to make sure that, there we go, roughly in the middle between top and bottom. And I've already cut out, I've got the Friends of are like seashells, so I've already stamped and cut out this, and I've also used my blender brushes to go over the top. So this is white card, and as you can see it's looking very blue, because I wanted to do it with the what's it called, Starry Sky. So I've done it in Starry Sky, and done that over the top. Now, a way to do that, if you are using the blender brushes and you have only got a marker in the colour, scribble it on your glass mat or on your ink block, and then sweep around with your blending brush. And when you're doing it on glass, it works out fantastic. So that's my tip for you. So I'm just going to arrange these. So I've cut out, I don't know whether they're called anemones, and I've got some starfish. So I'm going to put a starfish down here, and then I've got some of this like seaweedy. I'm going to put up there, and I'm going to put a shell going down here to break that up a bit, and then I will have some more going up there. And then I've already cut out from the you tell me, I'll tell you. Oh, I'm going to have to get them out because I can't. Stylish Shapes, that's it, came to me. Stylish Shapes. So with the Stylish Shapes, I've cut out one of the banners and stamped the happy birthday. So use any of your happy birthdays that will fit on there. This happens to be from the, I always call it Hues of Happiness, but it might not be called Hues of Happiness. What's it called? Happiness Abounds. That's it, Happiness Abounds. So I'm going to arrange those like that on there, and I've got some dimensionals. Well, I did have. Is that what's fell on the floor? Yes, it is. So I'll get my dimensionals out, and we'll start to put some. Now I have got the actual embossing folder that really works these into shapes, but I'm not going to use that. I'm going to keep the card as flat as possible so that I might be able to just post it in normal post rather than it having to be large letter. So I'm gonna pop that up there, and then again, because I think you can get away with just the dimensional height to post in England with normal letter post. So just going to tuck that there a little bit, and we'll put that. I'll do these first and then I'll arrange my happy birthday where I want it to. So just going to put a couple on here, the dimensionals on there, and we'll have this at an angle going. We'll go there. Don't want to go too close over that edge. We'll do that. I think I'll put that up on a dimensional. I will do that. So put that up on a dimensional. That can go across there. Oh, helps if you take the dimensional back enough. Stick that down there, and then I'll stick this flat again. And for this, again, it's white, and I stamped it in the coffee colour. Early Espresso. Told you it was coffee colour. Early Espresso. And again, just went over these with my blending brush to give it that little bit of darkness. Another way of getting coloured card when you've only got white card, so it saves you there. And oh yeah, I think I will put just one on this shell. So as I say, I'm keeping these fairly flat. Let's just put the shell in there. That's it, I'll go over there. There we go, and your happy birthday. I'm just going to put a couple on here. That's it. And we'll put this at an angle going across there. Yeah, like that. Okay, so now we're going to do the base. So that's our topper really ready to sit on. And so as I say, this is a 10-inch by 7-inch, and then you score at 5-inch and fold. Go. And I'm just going to nice crease down, and why I didn't crease it down is because I was going to do inside. So again, I'm going to show you how I use my markers, because I haven't got Starry Sky ink pads. So again, you just rub these along your stamp on putting it on its side. So just really make sure that you've been across all of it. I usually go over it a few times just to make sure that I've got it, and then just huff on it. Sometimes you don't even need to do that really. I mean, my just make sure I haven't got any ink, and I'm just gonna place that in the middle. When you're stamping right markers, which mine are currently are juicy, then you don't really need to huff on it, because it will do it without huffing on it really. There you go. So that's beautiful. So I thought this was nice and simple for a mail card. I'm just going to waft that just to dry it. Let's just make sure that it's not going to, yeah, it had already dried. Our inks are fast drying, so I'm going to do that. Right, now I'm going to stick my card base on. So that was a very fast mail card, as I say, using Scraps Up. So if you haven't got the length, you can see what I did to do that. If I'd got the card, I've sent it out, but if I'd have got the other card to have showed you how I used Scraps Up and made it look like it was one piece, when in fact it was two and different scraps. It's a way of doing it like that. So I just want an even border all the way round. But I just think that's a nice mail card. Very simple, very easy. So happy birthday card. So I hope you liked that. Thank you very much for watching. Do appreciate that you stopped by. Stay safe, stay well. Bye for now.